Good evening and welcome to YB Stamp's product highlight. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and tonight I'm going to show you the Perennial Lavender Suite. There are a lot of parts to this and some very colorful DSP. So let me show you. Here are little squares of the DSP. So I have it front and back next to each other so that you can tell what's what. It's kind of a little dull, but they're a lot brighter in person. It's really hard to show stuff on the internet, isn't it? All right. Excuse my mess here. I was practicing and making some tags for my brother. So I can't show you the catalog pages because the catalog's not live yet. But I can show you the dies. These are the perennial postage dies. Oops, one's missing. I was using that last. But these are really neat. Can you see them? Shape of a postage stamp, and then I also have that. So I did do that. I didn't put it in a card, but I wanted you to see that it makes that lovely postage, impression, and that's a butterfly on the inside. Hey, Carol. You didn't get notification that I was live. Sorry about that. I don't know how to control that, to be totally honest with you. All right, and here are the painted lavender dies. Now this one, and this one, you just make some die cuts out of some colored cardstock. And then these, so this one cuts out this. Well, this is a two-stepper. This one cuts out this. This one cuts out this. This cuts out this. The butterflies cut out the butterflies. The flowers cut out the flowers. And then, yeah, those three are just, well, you can cut the stem too if you want. So here are the, don't want to get the ring light in there. But, and then there's a little strip of flowers. And then the other stamp set that comes with it, oh, I'm such a nun. Let's start that all over again, Carol. Look, dies. It's a good thing you're on. All right. So the first set of dies are the postage dies. So you can see they're all like a postage stamp. And then here's the impression with the butterfly in it. That's this right here. And these are just for envelopes and tags. And then the other set of dies, this one, and this one, you can all make die cuts out of. And then this one, so this cuts this two-stepper. This one cuts here. This one cuts here. This one cuts here. These flowers cut these flowers. And the butterflies cut the butterflies. Did I get them all? Oh, you can cut a stamp. A stem. Yeah, take two. I know. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. All right, and then the other set of stamps, they're all sentiments. Here for you. I know you will get through this. Thank you for your friendship. Sending love and best wishes. Your love beyond measure. You're simply marvelous. Big hugs. Happy Mother's Day. I can't thank you enough, and you mean the world to me. So there's quite a bit. And then, also as part of the suite, are these purple fine shimmer dies. So they're in Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather. It's kind of hard to see, but they are very sparkly. And then there's also these pre-cut butterfly dies, die cuts. Aren't they cool? Put that one back there. And then I'll re-show you the paper because I don't think those squares really do it justice. So I'll pull it out. So there's one. This would be a really good one to make a stack of cards, you know, when you cut it up into multiple pieces. And there's the back, front, and back. This is one of my favorites. Front, can you see the little butterflies? And back. It's yummy. Front, so that's on each corner. And back, a nice plaid. Front. And the back for Carol. It's all gorgeous grape with a little hint of Highland Heather. Front and back. So the colors in here are Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, Berry Burst. Did I forget a color? I don't know. We already realize I'm being forgetful. So, I did a little bit of stamping just to give you an idea of. So this is the one stem in different colors. So there's 3 steps here. But what's really interesting is that when you line these 2 floral stamps up, you can actually see the line through the polymer stamp so that you know you're getting it straight. I thought that was pretty fascinating. And then I just took the bunch and stamped some flowers here. And then this looked like eucalyptus to me, but I put some flowers over it anyway, just to show you different things that you could do with it. And then here are the 3 different greens, the Lost Lagoon, Shaded Spruce, and Pretty Peacock. So let's start making some cards. The first one, if I can get it out of my bin, is just real simple. So I just cut a piece of the DSP. I thought it went really well with this Gorgeous Grape. And I'm just going to quick fold this in and add my stamp and seal to the back. These are all purpley colors for you, Carol. Alright. And see the little butterflies? I thought that was cool. For those of you that don't know, the reason my business is called YB Stamp is it's yellow butterfly. They have a significance in my life, and the yellow butterfly is also the sign of creativity. Alright, now I'm not going to put a sentiment on here. I'm just going to put these up here and a bow to make it like a note card. So I'm going to pull out my, this is actually the Tombow glue, multi-purpose glue, but I have it in another little container so that I can get it out on these little pieces. I'm not going to do it flush. I want it up a little, if it'll cooperate. It's hard to see on the dark mat, I'm sure. But I'm just going to add a little on the bottom. Make it stick. But I want the top to be free. So I'm just going to put that so that the bottom will stick. Just a little. And these are the ones that are just plain die cut. And then I have a bow, a double bow that I made, and I need to trim. Throw those little pieces away. And I'm just going to put this on with a glue dot. Maybe. If it wants to come off. And I'm just going to stick it here. And there's my first card. Quick, easy, simple. You could make it a thank you card, whatever kind of card you want. Alright, the next card. Whoops. I have a whole pile of cards here, see? The next one, I just have a plain piece of the DSP, and I stamped a thank you for your friendship in Pretty Peacock. And this is, I use these all the time. When I cut a piece of the square, the white cardstock to put inside cards, it leaves just a ½ an inch or so in between, and I save that for these sentiments. And I have a piece of Lost Lagoon ribbon, and then I also have a butterfly. So I do not have a sentiment for this either, but that's okay because this takes, oh no, I do have a sentiment, duh. I'm with it tonight, aren't I? Alright, so what I want to do first is I'm going to put this card together, and then I'm going to show you what I did with the butterfly. So I want this ribbon across the bottom, so I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on the back. Then I'm going to line this up and just fold it behind, like so. And then Stampin' Seal the rest. I want to make sure I go over that ribbon so it doesn't come through. Put that there. And then I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on here. No, I'm not going to Stampin' Seal. I'm going to use dimensionals. I'm going to use the little ones. I could use any size, I suppose, but we're going to use the little ones. All right. Line that up. All right, now the butterfly. I'm going to take my, little sponge dauber and Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to use the Highland Heather first. Just kind of dot it so you can see I did one here. And I want the outside pieces to be colored. And you could do this with any colors you want. You don't have to follow what colors are in the paper, but I'm going to this time. But I think as I play with this set more and more, I'm going to experiment with different colors. And I also think I'm going to get more of these butterflies because I really, really like them. You can make this as dark or as light as you want. And this is Highland Heather that I'm using first. then I'll use the Gorgeous Grape. I love these little sponge daubers. They're such an easy way to add color. Alright, Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to put on the inside. Just to give it a little depth. And I use the edges, and the reason that I do that is because I find that when you stamp, you tend to take the ink from the metal. Now, if I wanted to be, as Carol would say, true to nature, I could color the body and the antennae a different color. But because it's just a plain card, alright, now I'm going to put some little mini dimensionals on the back. Let's see, I think I'm going to cut some of this. Little strips. Do you guys do this? Use up, I tend to cut little strips for small areas. Because then I can get it on, pop it up without I want to make sure I don't get it on the outside. Whoop, I did on that piece. See how it came through? I'm just going to quick snip that. Get rid of it. Alright, a couple more pieces. Let's see, where else can I put it? Oh, they're all sticking to me. Come on, come off. All the little backings don't want to come off. Or stick underneath. It's just been one of those days. I woke up this morning, showered, I overslept just a little bit, and for those of you that don't know, I'm a church administrator, so Sunday's a working day for me. And when I got out of the shower, my husband asked me what the temperature was, and outside, I said, I don't know, I'll look at my phone. I looked at my phone, and the fire department, or the alarm company, had called to let me know that the church fire system had failed, but it freaked me out. Alright, I'm just going to put this in the middle, like that, and I'm going to add a little bit of wink, just to make things shine, because I think the butterflies tend to catch the sun and make a nice shine. This Wink of Stella doesn't seem to be working as well as I'd like. Can you see the shine? A little bit. It's one of the downfalls of Wink of Stella is you end up using so much of it, sometimes you run out. But I just want a little extra bright. And then let's add some of the bling that I just had, and I don't know where I put. There it is. Alright, I think I'll do the light purple. Highland Heather. Add a couple. Just to give it a little extra shine. And there we go. There's our second card. I hope you guys had a productive weekend. Last weekend before the holidays, if you celebrate Christmas. All right. This next one, I cut the postage stamp out of white, and then I cut these die cuts, and these are stamped and then cut all the little flower pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is put, well, let me fold this before I forget, because I will. It's been one of those days. Let's stick that aside. And I'm going to get out my mat again. And I'm going to flip these over. And these are in Pretty Peacock. And the flowers are Berry Burst. So I'm just going, I find it's easier, that's not what I want. I didn't want to flip them over. Not yet. I'm just going to add some glue where I want to put the flower. I suppose it'd be easier if I glue the flower. Maybe, maybe not. Guess we'll find out. So I cut a bunch of these. I'm not sure how many I would need. Let's see. But I love this color. It's like purple pink. Alright, just a few more. Don't want to make it too much. Just to give it some color. Alright, one more little one and we're done. Alright. Then, now I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to add some glue. See, this is where I like this nice little thin glue, because I want it to stick. This is going to be a flat card. I find when you add too much of the embellishments, then you have to pay extra for postage, which is kind of a bummer. Alright. Let me get my little tweezers. Stick it down. And the other one. And then I have a stamp. Says I can't thank you enough. Stamp that in Berry Burst. Make sure I got enough ink. There. Good thing it came out because I didn't want to have to put a banner over it. But that's the good thing, is you can do that. You know, put a banner over if you made a mistake. Alright, I'm going to use my spray on my Stampin' Scrub. Wash and dry. Wash and dry. And then I'm going to mount this on here. Oh, one of those little pieces got in a stowaway. See that from my dimensionals? But just simple, plain and simple. How's that for our third card? Plain and simple. Okay, next. I took the DSP and cut it with the postage. And I have a piece of crumb cake cardstock. And I took the postage stamp dies. And I cut some in Highland Heather and a piece in purple. Forgot I want to put this across the front. This is just some gorgeous grape ribbon that I happen to have. I believe it's retired. I got it on clearance. So let that be a lesson of getting stuff on clearance. Alright, put that down. And I'm going to quick mount this. And you know, they didn't take long to run through the machine. It makes an awesome looking banner. I'm just going to use some dimensionals. Take the pieces off. So if any of you have not seen the new catalog that's going to be live on the 4th of January, just drop me a line. All my contact information is on my Facebook page and my website, ybstamp.com. I'm just going to add some of these of the grape. And I would love to send you a catalog, so just let me know. There, how simple is that? Alright, next one. Rather simple. I guess this is this the last one? Oh, I got one more. I really got carried away, as you can tell. So I have just a white cardstock underneath. I did not use the postage dies on this one, except for the banner. But I didn't like the DSP. I needed a little more contrast, so that's why I cut it down to put it on the white. Oop. Doesn't want to come out. There we go. Oh, I forgot to fold the card. Let's try this again. Alright, make sure I got the flowers going the right way, because my life has been upside down today. Yeah, clearance is great, isn't it, Carol? Alright, now I have a couple of Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape die cuts. So I'm just going to flip these over, add some glue, and they're not going to be flush. I like them to flap a little bit. Although I probably need my tweezers again, because that's how my day's been going. Alright, I'm going to put this on the bottom. And then add some dimensionals. This is Here for You Always, I stamped in Gorgeous Grape. And then I need my little glue dots. This is just left over from a paper pumpkin. Stick it on the back. I made a double bow with my clearance Gorgeous Grape. And we'll add some Highland Heather embellishments. There we go. Now, remember when I have this piece here and this piece here? Well, what I did was I took, when I cut these pieces out, I put them together with glue. And I'm going to put them on this cardstock. So this is my last card. And I'm just going to glue these on. But I just put glue all around the edge and stuck it on. Make it pop just a little. There we go. And then I have, this is from the fall catalog. I'm not sure if it's still in stock or not, but I'm going to put this down first. And I just cut it and then frayed the edges. You see that? Give it a little extra detail. And then I'm going to take these that I stamped. So see, it's real easy to line those centers up. I was really impressed. And I'm going to use mini dimensionals because I want them to pop. Oh, it flipped on me. But these mini ones are great for small spots. Unless you want to cut your edges up. But you don't always want to do that, so. And I'm also going to pop up these stems. All right. Take off my backings. One. So I just stamped these and cut it out with the die. 2. 3. Then I've got my stems. You know, it just dawned on me that I was going to stamp a sentiment. There. Oh. And we'll add some bling to it. I'm going to use the darker because the cardstock is lighter. Let's see. They say to do it in 3s or 5s. So I tend to do it in 3s. Alright, here's my last card. Now what was I going to do? Oh, I remember. I was going to stamp this one in Big Hugs and do it in Pretty Peacock. And hope I don't mess it up. There. Big Hugs. Alright, close my ink. I'll show you all the cards. And some cards that I made previous to this live. I don't even know how many I made. 6, I guess I made 6. So there are all 6 cards. Ta-da! And then the 2 previous ones that I made is this one. And I used the square postage to do these 4 pieces. So 4 DSP and then one of white. And then here's the postage. And here's that grass looking stamp. And there's also little flower. Let me show you. So here's the grass looking stamp. And then this stamp right here are the little flower buds. Right there. And then I colored another one of the die cuts. So that's what I've got today. I hope I've inspired you. I really, really like this suite, and believe me, I'm going to play with it a lot more. Like I said, if you want one of the catalogs, it starts January 4th, and Celebration also starts January 4th. For every $50 you spend, you get a free item from the catalog. And there are $100 order free things, and there are $50 order free things. So there's 2 separate ones. So you're bound to find something that you like and can use. Anyway, I'm glad you joined me this evening. Contact me anytime. Our paper pumpkin or kit night would have been Christmas Eve. So we're going to meet on the 26th, which is a Tuesday, at 7 p.m. Same link. If you have not joined us for kit night and would like to do it, please contact me and I will get you the Zoom link. It's really a lot of fun, and I enjoy stamping with the gals every month. So until then, happy stamping.